crafters! I'm Daniela of abcrafty. I was sent the Cricut Maker 3, so want to show you the basics by customizing this cute tote bag. To start, you can make your design in their free software, Cricut Design Space. You simply need to select New Project, and then go over to Images to find ones you'd like to use. From here, you can use the search bar to find something specific or simply browse what they have. You can also use the filters to search different types of projects. In this case, since we're working with iron on vinyl, you can select images specifically made to be used with iron on vinyl. To save time, I pre-selected the images I wanted to use. I really like this saying from this image, but also wanted there to be graphics of craft supplies. So I ended up combining two different images. If you want to make this yourself, I've linked to the design below, so you don't have to worry about this next step. But if you're curious about how easy it is to modify designs, all you need to do is click the image you want to edit and then click Contour. From here, you can either select the elements on the right that you want to remove. The dark box means it will be removed. You can see on the image each element is removed or turns a light gray on the preview. Another option is to select the elements directly on the image, and again they'll turn light gray on the preview. And behind the preview, you can see them removed from the actual image. Once you select the parts you want removed, simply exit out and you have your updated image. Now you can play around with the sizing, spacing, and alignment. And if you're like me and have no design ability whatsoever, Cricut makes it super easy. Simply select both elements and go up to align and then align horizontally, and it will automatically center the images. I wanted to play around more with the sizing and spacing until it was the way I liked. But once I was ready, I then go over to the right side and select Attach, which groups the elements together. Once attached, I then can easily adjust the size. I can do this manually or type it in directly. I tested a few sizes, but ultimately ended up with 10 inches across. The software keeps the dimensions the same, so I don't need to worry about it stretching out. Once ready, select the correct machine. I first tried to hook up my old Cricut, but realized I needed to update this setting. Then select whether you'll be using the mat or Cricut Smart Materials without the mat. Side note, I absolutely love this new feature as dealing with the mat is just an extra step. You'll be sent into the preview mode, and here you want to make sure you select Mirror On, otherwise your iron on design will come out backwards. Next, you select your materials, and in my case, I'm using the Smart Iron On. Next, it will prompt you to load the material. And for this tote, I'm using black. When working with iron on vinyl, you want to load it shiny side down, slide it into the machine, and then press the flashing button. This will automatically load the vinyl. Then you'll see on your computer that it says to start the machine, so you can then press the go button. The Cricut will automatically start cutting the design. I've got to say, compared to my previous Cricut, which was the Explorer Air, this Cricut Maker 3 is ridiculously fast. I was quite pleased with how little time it took. Once it's finished, the machine will stop on its own, and on your computer, it will say it's 100% complete and prompt you to unload the material. Again, the lights will flash on the Load/Unload button, and you simply need to press it to unload the vinyl. To make things easy for myself, I like to cut around the design to make it easier to manage. The next step is called weeding, and it's much easier when you're working with a small section. All weeding is the process of removing the extra vinyl that isn't going to be part of the design. If you get a bundle, it comes with all the helpful weeding tools. I personally like to stab a corner and lift it up and then use my hands to peel back the majority of the vinyl. I've got to say, it's immensely satisfying to peel. Once most of it is removed, I then go back with the weeding tool and remove all the small pieces between the letters and the rest of the design. Be very careful during this part, especially with the weeding tool since it's sharp and can poke holes in the design. I find it helpful sometimes to fold the plastic back to help lift up a corner, making it easier to remove. Once everything is removed, you'll be left with a backwards design, which is exactly what you want. Now you're ready to get the heat press ready. I was sent the Cricut Easy Press 3, which can be used either on the device directly or through the app. Since I didn't have my phone on me, I'm showing you how to adjust the settings directly on the machine, but in the app, all you need to do is select the materials you're using, and the correct settings will be sent to the press. So for this project, I used Cricut's polyester tote bag and therefore looked up the settings required for polyester and the smart iron on vinyl. It said to use 315 degrees Fahrenheit and press it for 30 seconds. Then while that heats up, I prep the tote bag by putting it on the Cricut pressing mat and clean off any debris with a lint roller. Then I give it a couple presses to both iron it out and pre-warm it. The official instructions are to preheat the item for 10 seconds. But since I was also ironing it, I knew I would already be pressing it for longer than 10 seconds. Now that it's ready and pressed, you just need to line up the image, sticky side down. The whole thing is basically a giant sticker, making it easy to stay in place. Then when you're ready, you just need to put the heat press on top of the design and press the start button to start the timer. I give it a little bit of pressure just to make sure it's evenly pressed. When the timer goes off, remove the press and put it back on its stand. Since my design was a little bigger than the press, I repeated the process for the areas I missed. Once it's all pressed, let the vinyl cool. This is referred to as a cold peel. Other materials can be peeled when it's hot, but the Smart Vinyl recommends a cold peel. So after a few minutes, I came back and carefully removed the plastic. And that's it. You now have an adorable, customized tote. Let me know in the comments what other Cricut projects you'd like to see. And if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more crafty tutorials. And to see what I'm crafting day to day, follow me on Instagram at ab.crafty.